Hey guys, just coming back with another video to talk about something that just entered my mind. Is that I wanted to talk a little bit about the Mason Rudolph hate and all of its crap going on. So, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, now, um, Pittsburgh hasn't given any thought of bringing him back, which pisses me off because obviously the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike Bumlin is interested in making sure that Kenny Pickett is the number one QB. Grant, he said he wanted to bring him in competition. You have competition or had competition in Mason Rudolph. Why are you not bringing him back? So the question goes to as like this. Would I bring Mason Rudolph back? Hell yeah. Bring him back. Hell, he proved the fans wrong and that whole entire organization wrong. And I'm happy to say that I can be wrong about that. I'm so glad. Because guess what? If for some reason they believe in Kenny Pickett for some fucking reason. Let's look at how he was at the beginning of the season. Dog shit. At the halfway point of the season, dog shit. He got injured. He had to get surgery. Then you bring in Mitch Trubisky. For some reason, started him almost clear until the Seahawks game, until they finally decided to bench him, and was like, oh man, this ain't working. Yeah, no shit. Here's what gets me. Right at the Seahawks, no, it was the either Seahawks or Bengals game. I believe it was the Bengals game is when they started Mason. We were doing bad all the way up until that point where we had our first game against the Bengals. Didn't know how things were going to turn out. All I wanted was to see Mason get a chance to show himself. I would have never have guessed that we would have went into Cincinnati and had our first 400-yard game. And let's keep in mind, that didn't happen until Mason got in. No matter how many times you want to say the running backs were running, yeah, you want to know what happens when you have a confident quarterback? When you have confidence in that quarterback, your players will play for you. If they believe in you, they will put every bit of their work ethic into helping get wins. Hell, we were sitting here saying that there's no way George Pickens gets 1,000 yards. Hell, he got 1,000 yards when Mason was in. That was in the span of just a couple of games left in the season. Najee was running hard. Warren was running hard. The receivers were confident in getting catches. But here we are. And if that doesn't improve it, fast forward to the Seahawks game. One of the best performances our offense has had in a long time. And they looked confident as fuck. Mason, Which, of course, Mason had a few incomplete passes, but who doesn't? You don't expect him to be perfect. He's not perfect. But he is a ballsy quarterback who plays with a I've got nothing to lose attitude. And for those also, guess what? We ended up beating the Seahawks. No matter how many times you want to say that they weren't that good, we always struggle against Seahawks, and I believe haven't won a game in Seattle since 60s or 70s. I might be wrong. So we get our first win there in almost a decade. And then let's fast forward to where we play. We end up playing Cincinnati again. We go in, and I believe, yeah, it was a solid game for really kind of both sides. But that right there, the confidence that Mason had at one point overall, he was so confident in his throws, even if a throw looked risky, he's a risk taker. And that's what you need in today's NFL is somebody who is willing to risk it all to get the win. You ever heard I know people have heard the phrase risk it for the biscuit. Well, guess what? The biscuit is the win. Is getting the W. Is getting that W in the win column. Or putting a W in that column. We finished 10-7 when we had absolutely no business being at 10 wins. The way we were playing before Mason came in. So we sit at 9-7 after the Bengals game. Fast forward, next game, we face the Ravens. And a lot of people said, the Ravens didn't have their starters. Ravens didn't have Lamar Jackson. Guess what? We've owned Lamar Jackson throughout his fucking career. That's literally no joke. Pittsburgh has owned Lamar Jackson's ass since he's entered the league. He's had one good game. One, maybe two good games, maybe, versus Pittsburgh. And that was, those two games were in 2019. That was 4 or 5 years ago. And, yeah. But going into that game on a blitz play that looked like Mason was going to get sacked, he says fuck it and throws the ball up in the air. And who comes down with it? George Pickens. That was one of the most ballsiest fucking plays I've seen from a quarterback. The amount of hate that he's getting for no reason. Now, Grant, look, I was one of those people back in 2019 that was like, yeah, no, he's not doing good. This is dog shit. I was one of those people, and I have ate crow over it, and I'm happy I was able to eat that crow. I'm always happy when a player proves me wrong. I love it. That's what I want them to do. That's what I strive for them to do is prove everybody wrong. The doubter's wrong. I was a doubter of Mason. I was. But look at where he is now. Just imagine what he could look like if he was given a full chance at the start of the season. Give him those chances. He's better than Pickett, and he's way better than Mitch ever could be. Mitch is literally like a fucking... I don't even know who you could compare Mitch to. But Kenny Pickett, he's basically another Mitch Trubisky. Or no, Kenny Pickett is the Alex Smith of the Steelers. Check down, check down, check down. That's going to be literally his entire career is check down passes because the fucker's too afraid to throw it downfield. And even when he does, he overthrows the receiver. George Pickens was tired of his ass during the season. There was so much drama with Pittsburgh between Matt Canada, Mitch Trubisky, and Kenny Pickett shit going on. We didn't know what the hell was how it would turn out. We're blessed that it even turned out the way it did. I'm tired of this front office always looking at these guys who do make a splash for you, but then they get to the end of the season and they don't even decide to offer you a contract. I'm not saying Mason is the future. He's not. But right now, he is the quarterback that we need. He's ballsy. He's got the gonads to just throw it downfield whenever he sees the opportunity. The run game was doing better. Hell, during the fucking, I think it was the Bengals or Ravens game at some point, or not, like the Seahawks or some, I don't know, but he rushed for a first and goal. He took a hit, a pretty good lick too, and still got the first down. If that doesn't spell how tough this motherfucker is, I don't know what to tell you. But I'm tired of the front office always fucking our talent away. And it's the same outcome every fucking time we get a quarterback that shows promise. They fuck it away. They don't even see him apparently as a playoff QB, even though he made it to the playoffs. And I know people are going to say, well, he lost in the playoffs. Yeah, it was versus a very, very good Buffalo Bills team led by Josh Allen. And let's be frank, Mason's not playing defense. Mason's on offense. He made some mistakes, yeah, but that was his first playoff game. I'm not going to hold him to being the only one that was making mistakes. Like I said, it's his first playoff game for a lot of young guys. And to think, our rookies got a chance to see what it's like to be in playoffs. Now they're experienced there. So, my question is, why are you not offering Mason good money? Not saying he needs elite money, he doesn't. But bring him back and let's see what he can do during the season. It's the same shit with this fucking organization. They won't look at Mason, but yet they'll look at Kirk Cousins, an aging quarterback who, keep in mind, is coming off of an injury this past season, which, when isn't he? Ryan Tannehill, God bless us Steeler fans if we have to watch him. And I'm not shitting on him. He's a decent quarterback, but that's all he is a decent quarterback. Grant, I know that his career or his stats and stuff went up as he was in Tennessee with Arthur Smith. I know that's why they would look there. I know that's why the only reason they would look at Ryan Tannehill. And you look at Justin Fields, a quarterback who has terrible stats, and let's be frank, doesn't even, his career stats and 2023 stats are basically no different. He doesn't play well, and saying that he doesn't have a good O-line is a fucking excuse. He's got the talent around him. Because if Mason can do what he's done in Matt Canada's offense, Justin Fields has no excuse for the Bears, for screwing up with the Bears. I don't care if he's a young quarterback, any of this. All this hype started about the Bears is when they ended up trading for Montez Sweat. Oh, that defense is going to be great. Yeah, look at what happened at the later ends of the season. They were getting burnt. I hate when people hype over that shit. Oh, well, we got Montez Sweat. So? Who cares? Yeah, he's a hell of a player when healthy. But you have so many problems elsewhere on that defense, it's ridiculous. But what I'm trying to say is, if I had to pick between Mason Rudolph and Justin Fields, I'm picking Mason Rudolph. You want to know why? Here's a good example. He plays better than Justin Fields. He looked better than Justin Fields in just a short amount of games that he was in. He made it. Justin Fields didn't make it to the playoffs. Mason Rudolph took the Steelers to the playoffs. Mason has playoff experience. Guess what? Justin Fields doesn't. Mason Rudolph isn't a pure runner, but he can make plays with his legs if need be, when he's feeling risky about it. 2. Mason Rudolph can throw the ball downfield with a better accuracy. Justin Fields has trouble at times throwing the ball downfield because he's basically like another Lamar Jackson / Michael Vick. The hype around Justin Fields is so overblown, it's ridiculous. Yeah, franchise quarterback. Let me ask you something. He's been in the league since what, 2021? 2023. It's 2024, so this would be his, what, 4th season? 2021, 2022, 2023. Yeah. His 4th season in the league. Where do you, in all honesty, rank Justin Fields? He's supposed to be this top-of-the-line quarterback. He's got DJ Moore. Yeah, he didn't even look DJ Moore's way half the time he was out there on the field. And you know what happened when you gave DJ Moore the ball? DJ Moore was scoring touchdowns for you. But instead, you want to run the ball half the time by yourself. Now, granted, their offensive line stinks. And so does Pittsburgh's. But tell me how it is that Mason Rudolph can do the same, can do even better with that line that we had, and you're putting Justin Fields in front of Mason, even though Mason has better play this season in just a short amount of games that he played. We swept the Ravens, swept the Bengals. We ended up tying with or taking one game versus the Browns. Like, what does he need to prove? He doesn't need to prove anything right now. He proved in regular season that he can win us games. And I'm sick and tired constantly of this damn front office and Art the Clown just screwing what is working away. He sees a playoff quarterback. Oh well, Mason, we know you got us to playoffs, but we don't plan on signing you. You better re-sign him because guess what? If we've seen in the past that it can make or break a team for years to come. And if that ain't for years to come and the seasons to go forward, Kenny ain't it. Mitch wasn't even considered it. In fact, he's lucky that he could even get considered a McDonald's worker. We have no third QB. I don't know what they're planning at quarterback. I hope and pray to God it's none of the guys I talked about. Except Mason. I want Mason back. I want him to be the quarterback to lead us. And you know what? If he goes back to being a backup at some point through the seasons, guess what? That's fine. But don't bench him because you want a young quarterback in the first round. In fact, we shouldn't even be looking at quarterback in the draft hardly. We can. I'm sure we will. But in the first round, I want to see us take a center. And then if there's a solid right tackle in the second round, take a right tackle. And another thing I want to get into is Cam Hayward. Cam Hayward is coming back for another season. I love Cam. I want him to retire as a Steeler. But he really showed his age this past season. I believe he only had 2 sacks all season compared to what he was doing. So let's not pretend like everything was hunky-dory with him during the season. It wasn't. And congratulations on winning Walter Man of the Year award. Or Walter Payton Man of the Year award. There we go. Congrats on that. I'm happy he won it. But it is time to get another tackle. Because I can tell you right now, Cam Hayward is seeing his better days. I know he wants to play until his brother Connor Hayward, 5th-year option. But how is it worth hurting the team at that position? He's basically pulling a Big Ben Roethlisberger, where he'll play more than what he really should. And I hope I'm wrong. I hope he has a bounce back season in 2024. But I don't know. I don't know. He really had a lousy year this year. I hope that that's not a sign that he's digressing. But I don't see it, dude. I don't see how he's gonna bounce back. He just gave off that classic aging defensive player vibe, and not in a good way. But I'm going to get off here, and I'll be putting out at some point today, I believe, and I've decided on it. I'm going to put out at some point today some Avatar. Now, Gary, I'll have to rewind. Here's what I'll do. I'll finish the whole series first and then restart. That will probably come out at some point. I don't know when. But once I finish the series, then I'll restart the series from scratch. then once we're done with that series, then we'll go to Legend of Korra. And yeah, just something different. A little bit of movies and stuff. That's just how it'll be. Now, during some of it, I'll mute the the show and unmute it because again, you don't want to necessarily show too much. Or what I'll do is turn the camera and then turn it right back. It'll make it easy. And yeah. Alright. But yeah. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. And again, if I'm going to put this series out, I got to be able to switch the camera, or not switch the camera, but like move the camera away like that. So yeah, that's another reason I would like to get work done on my computer. I can get two cameras to set up there, one pointing at the TV and one pointing at me for my face. But yeah, it might come out at some point this week. I don't know, but if not this week, then at some point down the line, I'll put out Avatar content because I would love to get into shows and stuff and just being able to put that out there. Now, granted, there are some things that'll have, like I said, will have to be muted. So yeah, just keep an eye out on that, and whatever else I can come up with. Might do a little bit of a Dragon Ball reaction, maybe. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But hope you all enjoy. Again, the Mason hate just gets more and more out of control. People still don't believe that he should be a starter. And let him talk. And you know what? If he ends up leaving, and then we just go down the shit path, keep in mind that the Steeler fans who want him gone now realize how good you've got it, or you don't realize how good you've got it until it's actually taken away from you. You know, he's proven me wrong, just like every other Steeler fan who doubted him. And I'm glad he did. And you know, if he's not back with Pittsburgh, I hope he succeeds somewhere else. Because, being frank, if I was him, I most certainly would not want to come back to this shit of an organization the way that he's been treated by them in itself. Not given the chance, not given the opportunity. He's been benched pretty much since Ben's been here. Or Ben's been at the quarterback position. Or since Ben was the quarterback. And it just never stops. It just never fucking stops. They continue to do this bullshit where they're stuck in their own minds. They brung back Mike Tomlin for some fucking reason. Because they don't want to move on. Because that's their their fucking number one golden boy at coach. And guess what? I still don't see us winning a Super Bowl with Tomlin. And he still has yet to prove us wrong that he can lead a team to a Super Bowl game or win a Super Bowl without Coach Bill Cowher's team. That's the truth. But hope y'all enjoy. Again, I don't know when the Avatar content will come out. Um, Tomorrow, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be watching the first live action episode of Avatar, but I don't know. Um, so yeah. But anyway, like I said, soon at some point soon there will be Avatar content. I just want to finish the series first, and then I'll restart it. But just to let y'all know that it will be coming out. Just be patient with me. Uh, there's a lot of content that I'm going to put out here about sports, shows, and all that. Um, Mainly cartoon shows. So yeah. Hope y'all enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe. Um, let's get this video to, what should I aim for? Let's go 30 likes. And the subscribe goal, if you help me reach 20 subscribers, then I will set another goal. The goals will get even higher on the subscribe count, because I want to challenge you guys into making that goal. I don't know if you can. So that's a challenge that I throw out to you guys. If you guys like my videos and you want more of them, you got to hit the subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you'll never ever miss an upload that I put out. Because when I don't put out, or when I put out a video and you ain't subscribed, you won't get the notification. So it's all up to you guys. Again, 30 likes, and the goal is 20 subscribers in 2024. But if we reach that goal sooner, I'll set another goal. And again, hope you all enjoy. Have a nice day. Have a blessed day. And see you later. Peace.